Hey, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to Late Night Frights. This week we're finally back with horror battles, so I decided to battle Friday the 13th from 1980 versus the 2009 remake, Friday the 13th. So before I get into the battle, I'll go over both movies really quick, and we'll start off with the Friday the 13th from 1980. Friday the 13th was made back in 1980. Stars Betsy Palmer as Pamela Voorhees and Adrienne King as Alice. So the general plot for Friday the 13th is after so much trouble getting the camp reopened from bad water to fires and different stuff like that, the owner finally has got it almost up in working shape due to the help of some new teen counselors, and it's about a week or two from the point where actual kids would go to the camp. They're just getting everything prepared, and everything starts to go wrong. And if you want to know what I'm talking about, I suggest you watch the movie. And if you don't know, if you haven't seen the movie, I'll be surprised. And I'm sorry that I'm not really that into it this week. I still am fighting a stomach virus, and now I just feel terrible. But some fun facts about the original Friday the 13th. Let me pull this up real quick. Okay. So, Betsy Palmer, who we all know who plays Pamela, said she would not have taken the role of Mrs. Voorhees if she wasn't in dire need of a new car. In fact, after reading the script, she called the film a piece of crap. Another fun fact, they never meant this movie to be the launch pad to what the films are today. They only wanted to use Jason as a method for Pamela's kill, not for him to start, to take over the killings after she died. But Jason is the franchise, and I don't think people would really have watched the remake if it was Pamela again, because they expect Jason. That's who they want to see. Kind of like with Halloween 3. A lot of people hate that film because it doesn't have Michael Myers. To me, the film's okay. I respect what John Carpenter was trying to do, make Halloween, well, not really, it wasn't supposed to be, I'm sorry, like I said, I'm kind of feeling better now. Halloween is, Michael Myers, and then they're going to do, different stories, but people wanted Michael back, so they brought him back in Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers. But getting back to Friday the 13th. And the Friday the 13th remake was made back in 2009. The director is Marcus Nispel, and the movie stars Jared Padalecki as Clay and Janelle Panabaker as Gina. So the general plot for the 2009 Friday the 13th is that a group of young adults travel to the Camp Crystal Lake site to find marijuana. And, yeah, to have sex in a tent, apparently. And so, while the nerd with the Star Wars shirt is off finding the marijuana, which apparently is Jason's, because Jason did not take lightly to him touching it, there was a cute little couple that went into the cabins and found Jason's bed and all these different things. And of course, Jason kills everybody except for one, which was actually the girl that was in the cabin, because she looks somewhat like his mommy. Oh, the picture of her in the locket that he has. And so, after a couple, I think it was like a week, after a week, her brother Clay starts putting out flyers looking for her. And if you want to know more about that, watch the movie. It's not terrible, but it is, Platinum Dunes, Michael Bay stuff, so yeah. But that is the general plot for the Friday the 13th remake, and yeah. Alright guys, so round one is the story. Which one of these films had the better story? And I'd have to go with the original Friday the 13th. Even though it was cool to see Jason in the remake, for the first movie, I liked how you don't really find out who the actual killer is until the end of the original Friday the 13th. You find out it's Pamela. And seeing that for the first time, I was really surprised. I didn't know that going into the movie, and it was really cool. And then as a kid, I didn't watch that one as much as I did the others, but I did think it, I still do think that it's a decent movie. Friday the 13th isn't really one of my favorite franchises, but it's one that I do like. I just like Halloween, Nightmare, TCM better, but it is up there. So round two is effects. Which one of these films had the better effects in it? And I would also have to go with Friday the 13th from 1980, just due to the fact that I like practical effects in movies. The effects in the 2009 Friday the 13th wasn't too bad. It's just, I like when they actually do, the makeup effects. That takes, not too much skill, but that takes effort. They put effort into that, and I appreciate that. Me and Chris and Jordan do the Walking Dead fan series, and, we, have to do, the fake blood and stuff, put stuff into that, and, it's like, it's not hard, but it does take a bit of time to make the blood and get effects and stuff. So I do appreciate that in, films, like in the classic horror films. Round three is acting. I thought the acting of Friday the 13th, the remake, it was okay. Just like with all of Bay's movies, there's those characters you can't stand. Because if you think about it, you look at the Transformers films, Sam Witwicky and his family, annoying, Michaela, annoying. Everybody who's been in those movies, pretty much annoying. But then you have stuff like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre prequel and stuff that Michael Bay did, which is actually good. So he can make good movies, it's just most of the time he doesn't. So kind of just like Transformers, this has annoying characters. Yeah. Which, what's his name? He was a douche. Well, anyways, if you watch the movie, you know what I'm talking about. The blonde dude. I don't really care to remember his name. Uh, so I think that I'd have to. Oh. And I think the acting in the original Friday the 13th, it didn't really feel like acting to me. It just felt like they was being themselves on the camera, you know. That was actually them, you know, they was just acting that out. It was kind of cheesy in some parts, like, you know, you're all doomed, you know. Some of those characters, I guess it's just the way that they're told to act, but, but like for the general cast, like later on in the movie, I thought, you know, they did a really good job, so I'd have to go with the original Friday the 13th. Round 4 is gore. Which one of these films had more gore in it? I'd have to go with... Probably the remake. Yeah, we'll go with the remake. I think it does have a bit more gore in it. And round 5 is kills. And well, which one of these films have the higher body count? That would be the remake. The original Friday the 13th had 10 kills. The remake had 15. So yeah, guys, that is it for this battle. If you liked the video, please like. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. As always, check out the other videos that have been uploaded this week from the other Late Night Frights members and from the leaders. And once again, this is Jeremy telling you to be careful, because you never know what might be lurking under the shadows. Also, please check us out on Facebook, and I will see you guys later.